Hello guys, so in this video we'll talk about configuring NTP using Cisco Packet Tracer. So we have one Ntp server and one Ntp client. So the router is the Ntp client in this topology. Let's turn on debugging for Ntp packets. Let's configure the IP address on the on the router. So I'm going with 192.168.1.1/24 IP address. Let's configure the IP address on the server as well. Desktop and the IP configuration. Let's go with 192.168.1.2. So after configuring the IP address, we'll check the NTP services, support services step in NTP. Make sure that NTP is on. Here we can enable authentication as well. Or either you can authenticate or just go with the default NTP configuration. So here in this video we will enable the authentication as well. We'll give the key number 10 and the password as Cisco123. Now let's configure NTP on the client. We have to define the Ntp server, so go with Ntp server 192.168.1.2. the key is 10, which is configured on the server as well. Next, let's enable Ntp authentication. Ntp authenticate. Now let's give the Ntp authentication key, which is 10, MD5, Cisco123 as the password. You can either hit enter or you can give any value here, the encryption type value. So we'll go with the now the NTP trusted key, which is 10. So here now you can see that we are receiving packets related to NTP since we have turned on the debugging during the initial configuration. So now we can check the synchronization status using the NTP status command. NTP association command shows the IP address of the NTP server, stratum number. So it takes some time for the client to synchronize with the server. So let's wait until it gets synchronized. So in the packets, debugging packets, you can see that the current time, date and time is still not synchronized. It shows March 1st, which is the current time of the router. So once after it gets synchronized with the server, so it will get the time as it is in the NTP server. So let's wait until the NTP client synchronized with the NTP server. So now you can see the packets. So it is now synchronized with the NTP server. Now you can see the time and the date, which should match the time and the date of the NTP server as well. So let's check that. You can see that it is matching the date and the time. Now let's check the status of the time is now swing. You can use the show clock command to see the time and the date. Now let's check the status of the NTP. Now it is synchronized. The clock is synchronized. Let's turn off debugging now, and then these are the commands you have to configure on the NTP client. I hope this is helpful. Thank you for watching.